Hey folks, this is Vince and Natalie with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play Vikings Gone Wild. This game supports 2 to 4 players, it's for ages 14 and up, and the average play time is 45 to 70 minutes. This is a game that's been on my shelf of shame, so to speak. Not because it's a bad game, but because I've owned it for roughly a year and have never played it. And this is our first time playing right now, so bear with us as we learn and go. This is a deck building game of sorts, but there's a lot more to it than that. Each player starts with the same hand of 10 cards or so. There's beer cards, there's gold cards, those are the 2 resources that are in the game. We also have attack cards that we can use to attack monsters, and we can also attack each other. We also start the game with 2 mission cards, and we'll be completing those as we play the game to earn victory points. There's a mission deck up there right next to the gold and the kegs of beer resources. So yeah, that's it for the player mat. Each player gets a large colored token and a matching smaller token. This is the victory point track down here. As far as the board is concerned, it looks very busy. It looks great, but it's also very busy. You've got these divine, I guess they're divine intervention. I don't remember what they're called. Divine something. But these are like really, really good cards that you earn through actions. In some cases, you might earn them by attacking a town hall that's been leveled up to level 3. Another way is by passing a certain point value on the victory point track down here. So 5, 12, and 20 players will be able to pick one of these cards here to add to their deck at some point. These are attack and defense cards that you can buy in your turn. The cost is in the upper right hand corner. Some cost beer, some cost gold, some cost a combination of the 2. These are Odin something cards. I'm just going to call them they're purchasable cards that like a market of sorts. And we'll be able to spend beer or gold to buy these up here. All of these here and these here, whenever you buy them, they just go off to the side, and at the end of the round, they go into your discard pile with the rest of your hand, like a typical deck builder would. These are buildings. You can also purchase them with gold and with beer, but they immediately go into your village over here next to your starting town hall. It starts at level 1, then there's level 2 and level 3 upgrades to go with that. But when you buy a building, it goes into your village, and you put a construction token on it to indicate that you're building it that turn. You can't use it yet, but the next turn you'll be able to. The hammer token also, or the construction token also tells other players that it's safe from attack for that round. So yeah, you buy a building, you can put it in your village. The reason that you want to upgrade your town hall is because each town hall level can only hold so many buildings. So this says max 3 buildings, so I can have up to 3 buildings here in my village, but if I want more than that, I have to upgrade by spending gold. And the cost is right on the card here. Each of these buildings has also a defense value associated with that, and that goes along with attacking other players. So whenever someone is attacking, they want to put down a strength equal to or greater than the shield value listed in the upper left-hand corner. Whenever you are attacking another player, the defender has the ability, if they have any in their hand, to play these blue defense cards and add defense to that building. Once that happens, though, the attacker cannot play any more cards, so the attacker may have to overcommit or overspend on that attack to guarantee that the attack goes through. It's a risk that they take. I may not have a defense card, but she might think I do, so she might want to overcommit, for example. So these 4 cards down here, those are victory point cards for endgame scoring. They're like achievements, the player with the most buildings, or player with the most defense cards, the player with the most energy, well, that's what these cards up here are. And then the minor, the player with the most gold stored, okay? And then at the end of the game, whoever has the most of that will earn victory points. In a 2-player game, whenever someone reaches 40, the rest, or 40 or greater, they play out the remainder of that round, and then that's the end of the game there. Okay, each player also has these guide cards. They're 2-sided, but I'm using 2 just for simplicity. I don't want to keep flipping mine. One side lists everything that you do during a round. There's some other information here. Odin's Path, that's what those top cards are called. and then attack and defense rules here as far as attacking and defending other players. Okay, so I briefly skimmed the rules. I didn't go over everything, so we'll get to details as they come up. I'll be the starting player just to give Idly a chance to see what I'm doing and then get the flow and the feel of the game. Okay, so the first round, well, at the beginning of the round, the first thing that happens, there's a production phase. Buildings produce their resources. At the beginning of the game, we don't have any of those. But as the game progresses, we'll be able to buy a brewery and a gold, or a gold factory. If we have them in our village, we take the matching token and put it on the card in question. Okay, but we don't have any of those buildings, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, before I even go any further, some of the cards that we get also earn us beer and gold, but not the resources, not the actual physical tokens. And that's an important distinction, because you can store these in storage buildings that you purchase, but you cannot store resources that you earn via cards. Those cards are for that turn only. Okay? There's a lot going on here, I get that. So first-time players may scratch their head going, so much going on, what do I do? Okay, so anyway, no production going on here, because beginning of the game we don't have any. Second thing, drawing phase. Each player draws 5 cards from their deck. If you you can draw 2. Oh. Yeah, this happens.
I'll draw 2.
Draw 5. TOO, you can draw as well. And yeah, you can see the kind of cards that are in our starting hand, or starting deck. I've got beer, gold, beer, beer. Again, this is a Viking warrior. Okay. Alright, so those are the cards I've got. Now we move on. Now, if we have a tavern, we get to draw an extra card, but we don't have that. If at this point in the game you have a vacancy on your mission, you can only complete 1 mission per turn. But if you did have an empty spot, let's say I completed this from a previous round, from the previous round, I could now draw from that deck to replace it. But yeah, at this point, I don't need to do that. Now the player's phase. Starting with the player with the starting token, we'll take as many actions as we want. We can buy stuff, we can attack other players, we can complete missions, and so on. Alright, so let's take a look and see what I've got. I've got 3 beer, 1 gold, and a Viking warrior. So let's take a look and see what kind of things I can buy. I might want to buy this brewery, but I can't because I need 2 gold. I could. There is a conversion in the middle of the table here. You can spend 2 beer for 1 gold, or you can spend 2 gold for 1 beer. You can also spend 1 gold to replace one of your missions. If you want to get rid of one that you don't think you're ever going to complete, get rid of it, take a new one from the deck, you spend 1 gold to do that. Well, first thing I'm going to do is play a Viking warrior. The Viking warrior, I can play it right on Draco here. And I only need 1, it has 1 shield token, and I've got 1 attack power. So it's greater than or equal to. Whenever you complete that attack, you get to choose 1 gold or 1 beer. So in this case, I'm actually going to choose a gold. If you happen to get a resource, like something like this, and you can't store it because you don't have a storage building, just put it on your town hall for now, but just note that resources are lost at the end of the round if they cannot be stored. So just be aware. If you don't have any storage, but you've got resources, spend it. Spend it while you can. So now I can spend a combination of that physical gold and the gold on my card. This combined with this is 2 gold. So that's 1, 2. And I'm going to buy this brewery right here. And I'm going to put that into my village, and I'm going to put my construction hammer on it to show that it's currently building right now. It cannot be attacked and it cannot be used this round. But this now produces 1 beer during the production phase, which we just passed. So on the next round, I'll get a free beer from that, in addition to whatever cards I get. I've also got 3 beer left. I may want to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and spend my 3 beer to buy this gold factory. It costs 3 beer in the upper right-hand corner there. That produces a gold for me during the production phase. So I'm producing a lot of resources. I have no way to store it, but I'm at least producing stuff. I'm also going to put a construction hammer on that. And I don't think I want to do anything else. Buy a building card. I'm going to go ahead and complete that mission right now. It says buy a building card. I've actually purchased 2 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and gain 1 victory point per the bottom of the card here. And go up 1 on the track. And put this into my completed missions here. At the beginning of my next turn, during the draw cards phase, I'll be able to replace that mission. And I think I am done. And now you get to do whatever you want with your cards.
I will attack Draco.
Okay. And you beat him. You've got one shield, 1 attack. So this just goes into like a side pile there for the moment. And you get to take 1 gold or 1 keg of beer.
I'll get a keg.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And does this go into discard? Or
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
There are some cards that tell you to shuffle or whatever, and the rules say cards that you have in your hand or that you've played this turn do not get put into your discard pile until later.
I see, I see.
And there's probably some cards that matter with regards to that.
Okay. I'm going to use this beer. Can I buy one of these cards?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to use this beer to buy the sword card.
Okay. This says add +1 attack to a unit card. Okay, so that goes off to the side there.
A unit card is...
That, yes. So if you have that Viking warrior there and your sword, you can attach the sword to him and gain 2 strength as opposed to 1. Whenever you purchase a card from this row, these move down and a new one comes out immediately.
I see, okay.
At the end of the round, the rightmost card gets discarded. Sort of like in CV, if you've ever played that board game.
I remember that.
It's like the game of life, but a lot cooler.
I'm going to... Oh man, they don't... Okay, so they don't...
For the record, folks, that's the dog panting, not me.
Okay, so when you place down those production cards, they don't produce anything because they're still being constructed, right?
At the end of this, well, correct. Right now, these are still under construction. They cannot be attacked. They don't produce. At the end of this round, I'm going to take these tokens off, and then at the beginning of my next round, it'll produce.
I see. All right, well, since I bought a sword card,
okay,
I complete this, right?
Okay, yep, just put it in your... How many victory points do you get from
Just
that? 1? Okay. The way the victory points cards, just put... Yep, there you go. Just face down. Yeah. The way those are seated, that deck there are 1 victory point cards and 2 and 3 victory point cards. The 1s go on top, the 2s and 3s go on bottom of that deck, and then each player gets 2 randomly from the 1s, the 1 point cards. So we each start with 2 1 point cards. The 2s and 3s are further down in that deck. So we'll see more valuable mission cards come up later in the game.
I am going to... Oh, man. This is tough. And these only store, not the gold, not like...
Not cards, correct.
Oh,
if these only store the physical tokens.
Yeah.
Resources that you earn via cards are not storable.
Can you upgrade these cards?
No. You can buy multiple versions of the same building, but no more than 3. You can't have more than 3 copies. So I can have 3 gold factories, but no more, assuming I've got room.
Yeah.
To do it.
That's what I figured. Alright. Alright, so here's what I'll do. I will... Oh no, I can't do that, huh?
I don't know.
Sorry.
I can't see your cards.
Oh, okay. You can keep 1 unused card for the next round. Does this apply or is this constructed?
That goes into... wait, that's a constructed kind of thing, correct. So you wouldn't be able to use it this round, but you could use it in a future round. That card lets you keep a card in your hand whenever you're discarding it. At the end of the round, you're supposed to get rid of your entire hand, whatever you haven't used, plus the cards that you spent. But that card lets you keep one that's in your hand.
And this is if somebody successfully damages it, though, it's a +1 victory point for them.
Correct. Whenever buildings get attacked, there's usually some kind of reward listed below it. Oh, yeah. The attacker earns that reward. In some cases, it's looting a resource, or in some cases, it's victory points, or whatever.
Okay. Man. All right. I'm gonna have to. Totally have to. I have to.
Might as well.
Well, actually, no. Wait, hold on. Maybe I can. What are these? These go in here?
Correct. So if you were to buy this beer mugs, whenever that card comes up in your hand, that gives you 2 beer instead of 1.
Oh.
So it's like a better version of your beer card. Crystal is 1 beer or 1 gold, whatever you want it to be.
How do you discard the cards?
What do you mean discard them?
Like, how do you, if you upgrade your beer mugs, how do you discard, like, the lower?
You don't. There's no way to, that I know of. There may be some cards here that let you get rid of ones permanently or trash them, as they call it, in the deck building. But I haven't played this game before to know if there is.
This is the longest thing. Okay.
I noticed.
I know, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to... This is hard because you want to build stuff, but you also want to, like, build up cards. Alright, I'm going to...
You have a choice. Do you want buildings? Or do you want...
I don't even know.
What do you have? Oh, fine. All right. I was just trying to help.
No. Okay. I'm going to...
So that way the folks at home can play along too.
I feel so bad. I have 3 beer and 1 gold.
Okay. So if you want... You can buy a gold factory with 3 beer and get gold every turn. You can... if you've got 1 gold, this... Shockwave Tower add 1 defense.
But one of my missions is to buy a shield card, and right now that's the only shield card, and I don't want. These are shield cards. Yeah, but I don't have enough for that.
Okay, yeah, 2 gold, 3 gold, 4 gold. Yeah.
Yeah, that stinks. So I was thinking of actually trading beer for gold to see if I can.
That would give you 2 gold.
Something. Yeah, 2 gold that I could probably spend either this or this. But you can only draw 5 cards, huh?
If you buy a tavern for 5 gold, you can get more cards.
A tavern? This?
Yeah. Draw +1 card during the drawing phase, but it's 5 gold for that tavern. Yeah. It's a later game card kind of thing.
Man, this is rough. Okay. So here's...
This is only turn 1.
I know! I'm so sorry! I'll just buy this for 1 gold and 3 of this for a beer thing, or 1 of these. 3 beer for 1. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. All right. So just put them all in the same pile.
Yeah.
There you go. Just put them in a stack. Yes. Just a stack.
Oh wait, should I not shuffle them?
It doesn't matter. Just put them in a stack. Because you're going to put them in your discard pile eventually. Okay. So you completed a mission. You've done everything. So you're done. Okay. So now we're on to the storage phase. If we can store any resources, we do it now. But we have no resources to store. So next is end of round. Discard all of your cards, played or not. So take all of your cards that are in that stack, put them into your discard pile. Okay. You're also going to remove all markers. So all construction markers come off. There we go. And Odin's Path. This crystal goes into the discard pile.
Oh, so sad.
These move down.
What does this energy symbol mean?
That's just to... Whenever you're setting up the game, it's just for reference. Just so that... Because there's so many cards, you would take all of those and shuffle them together to form this deck.
I see.
It's just a visual aid.
Okay.
It matches the symbol right here. The lightning bolt.
Oh, I see. And these are...
That's your starting deck.
Okay.
Okay, so now we start a new round. This goes over to you.
Okay, cool.
And now we're at the production phase.
Are we supposed to renew our... Oh, sorry.
Not yet. Not yet. One at a time. Production phase. Now we produce the beer or the gold. So you can produce a gold. I'm going to produce a beer and a gold. But I lose these if I don't spend them because I have no storage. You've got beer storage but not gold storage. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so now we've produced. Now drawing. We draw up to 5. We draw 5 cards. 1, 2, here. Okay, so I've got 5 cards. And yes, to answer your question, now we replace the mission like that.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. And now player's phase. Now you can play cards to do whatever you want. And for those of you at home that want to play along, this is what I've got. Basically the same thing I got.
Wow, I got the exact same thing too.
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just to prep for this.
That's funny.
Yeah. I'm going to plan out my move now so that when she's done I can easily do it. Now, I can only have 3 buildings, so I may want to start buying cards up there. My objectives is to buy a defense card, or there's defense cards up here, or buy a workshop card.
Oh, so any of these cards.
Or a worship card is what they're called. So yeah, any of those. So I may want to look at those top cards and see which ones I want to buy using these resources. Well, fun.
Fun indeed. I
don't know if I like any of them, but okay. Okay. She's thinking hard.
Oh shoot, it is my turn, huh?
It is.
Okay, sorry. Here's what I'll do. I will... Okay. I'm gonna spend... Probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna attack this guy.
Okay, so you get a free gold or a beer. A keg of beer.
And I'm going to take...
So this goes over there to the side. And which one do you want?
I'm gonna take the gold, actually. Yeah. And... It's probably a stupid move.
Well...
Alright, and so I'm going to... I can spend these, right?
You can spend physical tokens in combination with cards in your hand.
Okay, cool.
So if you've got a gold in your hand, you'd have 3 gold to spend.
Okay, cool. So I will spend 2 gold for this card.
Okay, which produces beer. Okay.
Oh wait, actually. I'm scratching my face.
I know, with cards,
what?
that's beautiful. Thank you.
You know what? Actually, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 3 gold.
Okay.
To upgrade my town hall.
Okay. And that just goes behind it.
Okay.
Everything.
And...
So now you've got a level 2 town hall, which can support a max of, what, 6 buildings?
6 buildings.
Yep.
So I spent at least 2 gold during this turn.
Alright, so you can...
I get a victory point?
Yeah, you just put that face down and you get a victory point.
Okay. And I'm going to... I'm going to spend 3 beer for something.
3 beer for something. You can buy an elf archer for 3.
Yeah.
Gives you some attack. Gold factory. The Drakkar.
I'm gonna do this. Actually.
The gold factory. Okay.
See what happens.
And then you put a construction marker on it. in case I decide to attack, but I don't think I am. All right, is there anything else that you want to do?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to spend, I did have a plan in my head. What was I going to do?
I don't know.
Okay.
See, now you know my strategy. I take so long so that you lose your plan.
I see this. No, you did well there. I'm going to do, I'm going to spend a gold and a gold. And I'm going to buy,
oh wow.
I'm going to buy this cannon, which is a defense card. And buy a defense card. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I get 1 victory point.
Wow.
And I've got a Viking warrior and some beer. I'm going to go ahead and attack. Actually, let's do this first. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to buy. What am I doing with that beer? I could buy that assassin, which would be nice. That's what I said. I agree. You know, I'm going to do... I want a... I think I want a gold container for 2.
What happens if you draw cards, but the other person can't draw any more cards?
You take your discard pile, shuffle it, make it your new deck, and keep drawing.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
just like a typical deck builder.
Okay, so they don't lose out on a turn.
Correct.
Okay. I see.
What was I doing? Oh yeah, construction token on the gold container. Can't buy any more right now because I've got my max of 3 buildings. I still have a Viking warrior, 2 beer. I could make that 2 gold if I were to use that as a gold, and if I attack Draco, which I'm going to do. Question is, do I want to spend... I can't buy a building. It has to be a card. So let's focus on those. The beer mugs. I could do the beer mugs for 2 gold. So let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and do the Viking warrior here, attack this guy. I'm going to earn a gold for beating him. That goes over here. I'm going to convert 2 beer into 1 gold. So 1 card, 1 beer keg into 1 gold. I'm going to spend that gold that I just converted and this gold here. That's 2 gold. And I was going to buy this up here. Yeah. If I can get it off the board. Yeah. I have no nails. Yeah. So whenever this comes up in the future, I get 2 beer from that. All right. And I'm out of resources to play and all that jazz. So that's that. Next, storage. If we have any extra leftover stuff, we would store it. We don't. Next is end of round. This actually moves over first and does this. And now end of round. Discard all cards. So we take all of these cards that we played, put them into our discard pile. So you would do that as well.
No, sorry.
All tokens go over here. So that is now ready to be used. And I think that, Odin's Path. This shockwave tower goes away. Here we go again. I got it. This moves down.
You're going to mess up the cards.
Well, that's why I'm just going to slide it off the thing. And I think that's it. Let's go ahead and just shuffle these now because we have I don't have any cards here. So we would shuffle the cards in our discard pile. It's going to happen during the second phase anyway, which is the drawing phase, but I figure it's just easier to get this out of the way now. Alright, so we played 2 turns on camera. We're about half an hour in, so we'll put the camera on pause and we'll come back to it when we're closer to the end of the game, and then we'll give you our thoughts on what we've experienced. So stay tuned. And we're back. We're closing in toward the end of the game. I've got 36 victory points. She's got 27, but she's catching up very quickly. The mission deck is completely empty. I've got one mission left over. She's got one mission as well.
Oh, are we supposed to refresh it?
No, because there's none left. So yeah, there's no more missions to refresh to draw up to. So yeah, we're getting toward the end. So a couple more rounds and that'll be that. So here we go.
All right, so
I go first. I'm going to play Time Manipulation to draw 3 cards. So I'll do 1, 2, 3. Scroll, draw 2 cards.
Wow, you're really aiming for this one. I know you are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dang.
Not that it's really helping because I keep drawing resource cards, but...
Yeah, okay. Mr. Bluff over here.
I don't know what you're talking about. So there's that.
Wow.
There's that. That's 75 attack, and then that's 1 ruined town hall. Okay, now, okay, so I've got, I mean, all right.
That's funny.
So now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all of this stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I'm going to do is attack one of your gold factories.
That's fine.
Is that going to go through?
Yeah.
Alright, so that's 1 damage. And...
That goes up by 37?
Not yet.
Oh.
Next I'm going to attack...
I told you, I knew it. You have like, you do have 75 attack.
I'm just going to attack... I'm gonna use Thor, because you might have a defense card. I'm going to attack one of your weak ones.
Mm-hmm.
So you need a defense of 5 or greater to stop that attack.
Yeah.
Or no, 6 actually. You need to be better. So you need a defense of 6 or greater. Do you have it?
No.
I didn't think so. So that's 2. Okay, so that's 2 there.
Wait, can you attack the same building?
Well,
oh,
no, there's
factories.
two different factories there. You've got them stacked there.
Dang.
Yeah. The camera can't see it, but you've got multiple buildings on top of each other because they're all the same type. So I'm not going to attack anymore. So I'm going to take those points.
That abuse.
So 2 is 3 victory points. So 1, 2, 3.
Wow, you're almost there.
Almost. But the problem is,
Paulette.
Boy.
Yeah, boy is right.
Getting victory points at this point. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Okay. I can... Crap.
Give crap.
Basically. Alright, what the heck, man? I'm just saying, what the heck? Okay, so... There's so many things.
Yeah, there is. There really is.
Alright. I've got... This gold miner gives me 1 gold plus 1 for each gold factory I own.
Wow.
So that's... I've got 3. So that's 4 gold here. And... Question is, what am I going to spend it on?
Hmm. So that gold miner gives 4 gold. No, 5 gold.
This is 4 gold here. 1 plus 3 is 4.
Oh.
But I'm gonna do. I've got 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 gold. So I'm gonna spend 3 of it here for the beer specialist. That leaves me with 4 remaining. And then, oh, Shaman. I'm going to spend...
Isn't this 5 gold?
No, 1 plus 3.
Whoa.
I've got... How many gold factories do I have?
3.
3. 1 plus 3 is what?
4.
4. That's 4 gold.
But last time you had 2 gold factories and you put 2 gold on here and that was 4.
No. No, that was 5.
That was 5. Okay, okay. Okay, sorry. Math.
Math.
It's confusing. I wish they worded that better, that's all.
I see. I'm going to spend... I'm going to spend 4 beer on the shaman.
Of course you are.
Of course I am. And with my remaining resource here, I get to draw a card. This is 4, and this is... Okay. So... This isn't going to help me. So many resources, so little time, is what this comes down to. Alright, I could do... Alright, I'm going to do, that's 4 plus 3 is 7. I'm going to spend 5 of that to get another tavern.
Another tavern, good job.
And I have 2 left. And with that 2 remaining gold, I don't think there's anything I can do. I mean, I can't get another brewery because I've got 3 already. I could actually, I'm going to buy another beer container. That leaves me with one gold.
1 gold left.
And that 1 gold can't really be spent anywhere. So that's that. And now you get to go.
Did you spend that gold?
Not yet.
I know what you're trying to do.
You know what I'm trying to do, huh?
What you're trying to do. Alright. Okay.
Okay, then.
I'm going to...
You've got the resources. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's got 4 in storage, 3 more gold. She's got 4 kegs of beer. Like, I'm the economy guy. You're all over the place with economy. Like, you're kicking butt there. I'm just saying.
Not really. But okay. Thank you for the comforting words, though.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna spend 4 gold on that shield.
That card, yeah.
Sorry, I keep forgetting.
On this,
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we have unlimited number of these, or is it 3
Unlimited?
per card?
No, unlimited. The buildings, the only limit is the buildings.
Okay.
3 per building type.
Alright. I'm gonna spend another 3 beer for the draw cards.
Okay.
For another draw card.
Okay.
And,
We have so many buildings, it's unreal. We both have level 3 town halls, so there's no building limit. So we've just been going building happy. One of the reasons for that, one of the victory conditions, the 6 points, for the player with the most buildings.
yeah.
So I think we've been trying to outdo each other with, like, we're building, like, mega malls, metropolises, like, we're in SimCity mode right now, just...
I could do that. I might actually do that. Yeah, I might, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna spend... Oh, no, wait, 'cause if I do...
Now your storage, how many storage do you have?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Can I do this?
What is it?
Have 4 gold stored?
Yeah.
This was already stored.
Did you, you didn't complete a mission, right?
I know.
So how much?
30.
There you go. You're up to 30. See, you're catching. I told you you'd catch up.
Please. What is yours?
I have to take over a level 2 or a level 3 town hall, which is going to be difficult for me.
Yeah.
So, because your defense is 8 plus whatever defense cards you've got. So that card is probably not going to be completed.
Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? It could be. That's the only thing that you need.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm going to spend 1 beer for that mystery gift
Okay.
card. And I'm gonna spend 3 beer for a scroll card.
Okay.
Yeah, scroll card.
All done? Or are you still looking?
I think I'm all done. Do I get a... This was already full, did I?
I think you took those points already, didn't you?
I don't know, did I? I only took this one. I don't remember if I...
No,
I think I did.
You did get 2 points.
Yeah, because this only goes in the storage phase. You only...
Right.
Yeah.
During storage phase, yeah. Storage phase, store all gold and beer. So I'm going to store my 3 barrels of beer and 3 gold. 1, 2, 3.
So this is the storage phase
Yeah, it is now, so you get 2 points.
So I get 2 points?
Yes.
Okay.
1 point for each full storage building that you have.
Okay.
Next is end of round, discard all cards.
Okay.
And tokens get removed. Odin's Path, the undead goes away.
And these 2 I get to keep because of my 2 draw cards.
Yeah, if you want to keep those 2 because you're draw cards, you can.
Mm-hmm.
And now, new round. Your start player. Production buildings, I get 3 gold and 3 barrels.
Yep.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Running out of resources here.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Moneybags over there is just hoarding everything.
Yeah.
We draw... I draw 7 because I've got 2 taverns. You draw 6.
I draw 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay.
6.
Can I go first?
Yes, you go first. And that.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do to me. That's what he's gonna
That
do
is
to
terrible.
Me.
It's terrible. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, God.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's, trust me, it's terrible.
I'm sure it is. That's like a million attack.
It's terrible.
Whatever.
It is. It's bad. It's really bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so... Oh, man. Alright, so here's what I'll do. What does that say? +1 for each, 1 plus what?
It's 1 beer plus 1 for each brewery. So that's 4.
Why couldn't I have that one?
That's 4 beer basically. With you've got 3 breweries. You got 3 breweries. I got 3 breweries. So that would be a 4 beer card.
That's a 4 attack.
The 4 beer specialist.
But isn't that an attack?
No, it's a beer card.
Oh, that's a beer card. I thought it was an attack.
It's a beer specialist.
Oh,
see that little round brown one?
It looks red from here. Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
All right.
Lol.
Lol. All right. So, I kind of wish you went first. I don't like this. This requires thinking. Hold on.
Great. Should I shut the camera off?
No. You're good. You're good. I'm gonna spend 4.
Famous last words. I'm all right.
I'm gonna spend 4 gold for this.
Okay.
You've been kicking my butt lately.
No.
And I'm gonna spend 3 beer.
Okay.
For this.
Find a card there.
Yeah. And
You're doing good. Like, you caught up. You're gonna pass me here pretty soon.
no, I'm not. I know. I think I know what you have. You're nasty. You have like.
I'm nasty.
You have a lot of stuff. I just know it.
Oh, you have no idea what I have. No idea. Even the dog's moaning at my hand. She's like, oh gosh, it's terrible. That's what she's saying. Did you buy that card?
What? Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Which is on the mystery gift again. Alright. Okay.
You're done?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm so nervous.
You sure?
You're so gonna win.
No. I'm gonna do, okay, dog, jeez. First I'm gonna spend 1 gold for the shockwave tower.
I feel like you're gonna prolong this as long as you can.
1 beer for a mystery gift.
Jesus.
I
think you're probably just trying to aim for that too.
I'm trying to aim for
all of it.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't do that. I can do. No, can't even do that. That's what's sad. 3 beer for a Drakkar building.
Okay.
And that's
all you're gonna do?
That's all I can do. I can't do anything else.
I hate you so much.
So so now we're at the storage phase.
So I get 2 victory points?
So do I. Give me a minute.
Oh, look at you.
Alright, so...
Oh, so now this is over.
1, 2.
Dang it.
Did you get yourself your 2?
No.
Alright. I was just trying to get the game over.
Yeah.
I had this. I couldn't attack.
I had this, dude.
Dude, what was that? You had all those attacks?
But I was 1 away from your town hall, and I wanted to wait until I got to your... And with my resurrection, I could have discarded these 2, and bring them back and have even more attack.
Well, the game's not over yet. Discard all cards. That doesn't really matter. Discard all cards. So now, I'm just going to put these off to the side. So now we look at these here. The player with the most buildings.
The game's over, huh?
Well, let's see who got the... Alright, so, the town hall only counts as 1, obviously.
Okay.
Even though there's cards under it because level 1, level 2. So I'm just going to put all the other cards together and just count them.
Yeah.
The town, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
15?
Dang.
What did you have?
13.
Is that including your town hall or not?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even include my town hall.
11, 12, 13, yeah.
So I had 15. So I get 6 points for the builder.
I should have spent these.
Next is the player with the most defender cards. So we got to go through our deck now.
Yeah.
I've got 1, 2, any blues. Oh wait, including those on top left. The shockwave tower. It's 3, 4, 5, 6.
5. How did I only get 5?
6.
What? Can I spend these now to get 1 more?
Nope. Alright, next is follower, player with the most cards in the
Oh man.
Who has the biggest deck, basically?
You destroyed me with that. You really
I don't know. We'll just put these side by side and eyeball it. I don't feel like counting them 1 at a time.
Well, they don't all have the energy things,
They
right?
don't?
No.
Okay, well then I guess I gotta do that. Alright, so these are starter cards.
Here, I'll give you my number, and then if you passed it, yeah, this is ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7.
Really?
7.
I thought you had more than that.
I have 7. These are all my resources. I had a bunch of resource cards. Wow.
I had
My deck
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Dang, you destroyed.
Who had the most gold stored?
We tied in that.
I had 6.
You had 6?
Mm-hmm. I had 4.
But you had doesn't it mean the gold containers? Cause
yeah, I had 3 gold. I had 2 gold containers.
Oh, and you had 6.
I had 6. You had 4. You spent your gold.
I'm gonna roll the table. Wow,
59 plus 6 is 75.
Wow.
Or 65.
So you got all of these.
I got all 4. Yeah.
I really thought I was at least gonna get these.
My goal was just to get 2 because I was ahead. I just wanted to get 2 so that we broke even and I'd still be ahead.
I see.
But
your strategy was great. I mean, this is great.
The strategies were interesting. Like I said, I usually take an economic route. Mm-hmm. But you pulled ahead on that. You had so many. You were hoarding resources.
That was my downfall. I think I should have done what you did and spend it. And
I spent everything as soon as I did not store anything ever. Like I bought as much as I could every single turn.
Yeah. I figured I could defend, but defending actually used up resources because I had to spend like quite a bit to really defend against that Thor card. I was trying to stay 1 card ahead of you every time.
Yeah. Like every time I saw you grab one, I try to grab one myself, and then I grab an extra one to stay ahead. So I tried every time you bought one, I bought one just to stay ahead of. And then the followers I just bought. Since I needed military to go up the track, I bought my military from here as much as possible. I never bought from here because it didn't give me anything toward this. Yeah. I figured I could get my victory points from missions and from this. Yeah. When the mission cards ran out, I was like, crap. And then this only gives you 2 measly points. And then I was really trying to get your town hall. I was trying to get all my Valkyries together. But I got like a really tiny deck, which I thought would help me out, but it really hindered me. I didn't see a way to trash cards. I know. That's my only complaint, like for a deck builder, trashing cards is almost a necessity. Yeah. Because I ended up buying a whole bunch of these cards to get this, but then I was cluttering up my deck with cheap cards that kept coming up. I needed my military to beat you over here, so it was a tough choice for me. You know what I mean? I wish I went more of the card route instead of the building route. Like, I wish I could completely change my strategy. And that was really good. I can't believe you pulled those off. I was really trying since the beginning. What did you think of the game? I loved it. You loved it? Despite me failing miserably, I really You didn't fail miserably. I'm way back here. You are way over there. I failed miserably. I got lucky. I got lucky with those, I guess. No. I don't know. That was really good. You're good at this type of these type of games. You really are. It's a lot of math. Yeah. And math in the sense that I've got four barrels of beer and 3 gold. What can I do with it this turn to maximize points or to look at these and see what I need? You were smart with spending cheap to grab like the resources or I try to grab the cheapest ones as possible. Like, I try to grab as many of these cannons as possible. Yeah. So that, because they're the cheapest. I wanted to, but I had no choice. I really had to go for the expensive stuff. Because I had 4. I was scared of you. Yeah, we ran out of these legendary whatever cards. Yeah. It was good. I wasn't too fond of these only because there's not enough variety, it seems. Well, there's more, and the way it's set up. You deal 3 for each player, shuffle them into their own deck. There's more in the box. Oh, okay. So there's more to do. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, that's cool then. I just wish it didn't run out. And there's also more of these in the box as well. So those 4 will not be the same as the following 4. Interesting. Like one might be whoever has the most military cards or something like that. I think the art style, they nailed it. I love the little miniatures of the barrels and the gold. I loved everything. The mechanics are just so good. Like, I think it's so great that you have buildings that produce, you have cards that produce, and then you have to kind of balance one or choose one, but then... it kind of stinks that this is on my shelf for a year and I never played it, and it's really good. It's so good. The quality of the game, like I said, is really good. Here's a look at the box insert for those of you curious. And those are the tokens and the other cards that we didn't use.
The font is just wonderful too.
Yeah, I like everything about this game. Again, my only complaint, the ability not to be able to trash cards. I didn't see anything that allowed me to trash cards. In a deck builder, that's one thing I do look to do, so I can just cut my deck a little bit and slim it down.
I think we could like house rule it too. Like every time you like maybe
because my starter deck kept coming. Like I kept pulling the wrong cards at the wrong time. I wanted to like really get over the finish line with a strong attack, but I couldn't do it because all I had was beer and gold.
Yeah, that's why like I kept it small because I knew that it was just gonna stack up. But that was
then I saw this and I'm like, I gotta buy as many cards as possible. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
That was a good run, good game. I definitely recommend this one, folks. I think this is a real winner here. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know. If you want to check it out or buy it for yourself, go check out Amazon. There's a link in the below description. If you buy it from there, I'll get a small cutback from that. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vincent Idley. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye, guys.